I'm constantly amazed how many women think feminism is a good thing. Women have been so lied to. Feminism was created to separate families. We valued our sense of independence so much that it took away our strong sense of family unit. Kids are being raised by government childcare. Women are working just as many hours as the men are, but are still expected to go home and take care of their children. It's a 24/7 job to be a woman living in America. This isn't the American dream. The American dream is living off of one income, the man provides, and we depend on them. The American dream would be women taking care of themselves, the home, their children, their husband. Women are meant to be gardening, cooking good food, nurturing the ones that they love. That's when women get a strong sense of self, and when they're in their true feminine energy, that's when they thrive. You cannot convince me that women were meant to work a 9-to-5 job just like a man is. You see other women being taken care of. Maybe they're cooking, they're taking care of the children, and they're being there present. And you think, wow, I would love that. When a woman is in her soft feminine era, she thrives. And that's what any woman wants. Society has brainwashed us to think independence is a good thing, when in reality, it just breaks families apart. Now, don't get me wrong, I think feminism can be a good thing, but I just feel like it shouldn't have come at the cost of losing the family unit. Nobody has a strong sense of family, and why is that? I would strongly suggest that feminism, independence, been girl bossing a little too hard, took away the strong urgency of having a family.
At the same time, many are still committed to that path. Independence, even with its challenges, remains the preference. That's a decision people are free to make, and the outcomes that come with it are part of that same choice.
I don't know about you guys, but I would rather be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen than clocking into my daily 9-to-5. I think we got tricked. I think we got tricked by the man.
At a certain point, the blame stops going outward. What happened wasn't imposed, it was chosen. Decisions were made based on perception, not outcomes. And when reality sets in, the responsibility becomes harder to ignore. That realization doesn't come loudly. It settles in over time.
Honestly, and I'm probably going to get eaten alive for saying this, I feel like a lot of women have forgotten their place. And we live in this inverted world, and I feel we got stuck in this whole feminism thing. Feminism is a scam, and now it's like trying to undo. It is. Feminism, I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we are equal in value, but we are not equal in traits. We are different. Men and women are different.
I agree with that.
And I'm so sick and tired of why are we fighting to be something that we're not? I am not a man. I will never be a man. And for those of you that make that decision, I love that for you. Period. But there are certain things that are just, y'all are stronger than we are. We are more detail oriented than you are. There are certain traits that we naturally got from God based on the gender that we are. And it's all based on survival. It's all based on human nature. And so I feel like a lot of women, not all women, but most women have forgotten their place.
Within themselves,
within the order of family, within the order, even like with God. You know, if you just want to start blanketing statements like, now this is the thing, if you are a masculine woman, that's fine, but stop acting like you're feminine. If you want to be a boss, babe, I don't need no man, you go do you, boo, but stop teaching that that's the answer, because I'm sick and tired of this divide of the family. I'm sick and tired of now good men, like, and I'm listening to like stories, right? Good men are getting lazy in dating. They're getting lazy in the pursuit because women are making either everything too easy or they're too hands off. So now what's the point in even trying to date a woman when you're the man that you want me to be?
Speaking openly about these shifts usually comes with resistance. Not everyone is comfortable hearing a different perspective, but that doesn't stop people from noticing patterns. And once those patterns are seen, they're hard to unsee.
Feminism is a scam.
Feminism is a scam. I do not want to be independent. I want to be so codependent. I need my husband. I want my husband. I want to follow his lead. That's how God created me. He created me in a way to follow. He created me as a helpmate. He created me as an opposite to Adam, right? If women could be a woman, if women acted like women
instead of men,
because
they're acting like men,
we'd have better men.
It's interesting how clarity tends to arrive after the environment changes. When attention shifts or options narrow, the conversation adjusts. What wasn't questioned before starts getting reconsidered, and by then, the dynamic has already moved on.
Feminism is a scam.
I don't care how educated I am, how smart I am, how much money I make. I will always be a traditional conservative woman. I am not a feminist. I cannot do, and nor do I desire to do everything that a man does. And I believe feminism was the breakdown of the American family unit. Somehow I have this belief that if they are successful and educated, that somehow that means that they don't need a man. And the reality is men need women and women need men. And I will die on that hill. When I say traditional family values, I do mean husband, wife, kids. Absolutely be beautiful, smart, educated, and you can also be an amazing wife, an amazing mother. I think it's time for us to bring back traditional family values. So no, I'm absolutely not only conservative when it comes to politics. I'm also conservative when it comes to traditional family values.
On a broader level, these trends have had an impact on relationships and family structures. Priorities have shifted toward individual goals over collective ones. The long-term effects are visible across different age groups, and the conversation around it continues to evolve.
I've already pissed off a lot of people, so might as well keep going. Feminism was a scam. Yeah, feminism was a scam to get women into the workforce so they could tax both parents and then indoctrinate your children. You cannot change my mind.
And I'm just sat here and I'm just like, why does nobody want me? Why am I not in a relationship? And
I just spent like an hour scrolling through my own TikTok videos, and honestly, I can't find a single reason why I'm not married yet.
I'd just like to clarify that I am single by choice.
What up, TikTok? My name is Kristen. I am 30 and I am single. And if you're anything like my mom, you probably want to know, why are you still single?
If this isn't proof that it's totally okay not to be married by 30 and to live life on a completely different timeline, I'm in the Sahara Desert with 18 incredible women about to go ride camels in the sunset. Woo!
I've been crying on and off for a little bit now, and I want to be a mom so bad. Like, I want to be pregnant so bad and grow a human, and I just want to take care of, I just want to be a mom so bad. And I just wish I could be one right now.
Women are literally biologically designed to have children. People ridicule that and mock that. They say, oh, you want the women barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. You think they're baby machines. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's what they're made to do. That's what their hormones are about. That's what their brains are about. I mean, it's going to be devastating in this century. All these women that were lied to about that are going to turn 30, 35, 40, no eggs, no husband, no family, ugly.
No eggs.
Going to be millions of them, and they're going to be miserable, and they're going to take it out on us. God help us.
Yeah. There's also a pattern where certain choices slowly erode stability. Priorities shift, standards change, and the results follow. Over time, that independence starts to feel heavier than expected, and once the trade-offs become clear, the perspective begins to change.
How have people still not realized that feminism is a sham? It's a scam. I'm telling you, it is a robbery. It's robbery of womanhood. Because my thing is like, everything they push for is opposite of what actually truly makes women happy and fulfilled. And I'm just like, how are people not seeing that? It's sad because people don't realize it until later on in their 40s, 50s, when they're single, they have no children, no family, and they were taught and pushed that in their 20s, they should be going out, they should be meeting as many partners as they can, experiencing life, enjoying and doing all of that. But then it's like, it becomes harder to have children. It becomes harder to settle down and get married. I'm not saying that it's impossible and no one can't, but it's true, like in your 20s, it's easier to meet somebody and to start settling down and getting married. Like as you get older, those things get harder. But it's like we're pushed to pursue career and selfish desires in our 20s. And then as we get older and mature, it's like that's when we should start thinking about that.
There's no denying that certain movements have influenced how people approach relationships. For some, that influence led to missed opportunities or different priorities. The long-term effects are still playing out, and not everyone is satisfied with the results. If it landed, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.